Many years ago, when the jungle was young, the proudest animal was not the peacock, it was the tiger. The tiger was proud of his long fangs, his sharp claws, his mighty paws, and above all, his beautiful golden coat. He feared no one, except the water buffalo. Water buffalo was massive, with strong shoulders and curved horns. But one day, the tiger saw something that made his eyes narrow in confusion. Water buffalo was yoked to a plow. He was working in the fields and obeying a creature smaller than a jackal. It wasn't a lion. It wasn't a bear. It was a man. No claws, no fangs, no golden coat. Yet the mighty buffalo obeyed him. When the man left with his goats, the tiger approached Water Buffalo. "Why do you serve that strange little animal?" the tiger asked. Buffalo looked at him calmly and said, "You don't understand, tiger. Man doesn't need strength. He has wisdom." The tiger's eyes lit up. "Then I must get some wisdom too." The next morning, as the man walked to his field, the tiger jumped out from the trees. "Stop, man. I know you have wisdom. That's how you control the buffalo. I want it. Give me your wisdom. Now." The man trembled. I left it at home," he said. "Let me go fetch it." But then he paused. "Oh, tiger, mighty tiger. What if, while I'm gone, you eat all my goats?" The tiger shook his head. "I'm not hungry right now. Just go and get the wisdom." The man frowned. "But you might get hungry. Would you mind if I tied your tail to this tree? Just the tip, so you can't reach them." The tiger sighed. "Fine, just the tip." The man tied the tiger's tail gently to the tree. Then he paused again. "Oh, mighty tiger, what if your claws tear through the rope?" The tiger groaned. "Then tie my paws, if it will make you feel better." The man smiled slightly and tied the tiger's strong paws to the tree. But one final thought came. "What if you turn your head and use your sharp fangs to bite through the rope?" The tiger growled, "Enough. Just tie my head too." And so, the man tied the tiger's head tightly to the tree. Then, without another word, he calmly walked away and led all his goats out of the forest. The tiger waited. Every animal who passed by stared. The tiger puffed his chest and said proudly, "Man is bringing me wisdom." Even Water Buffalo walked by and asked, "What have you gotten yourself into this time?" The tiger just smiled. "You'll see." The sun climbed higher. Time passed. The tiger waited and waited and waited. Eventually, his stomach rumbled. He turned his head, but the ropes held him tight. He pulled, and the ropes burned into his fur. He pulled harder, and the pain grew sharper. Finally, with one mighty roar, the tiger broke free. But when he looked around, the goats were gone, the man was gone, and the wisdom was nowhere to be found. The tiger growled, "I still have my claws, I still have my fangs, and I still have my beautiful golden coat." He walked to the lake for a drink, but when he looked into the water, he gasped. His golden coat was now scarred with deep black stripes. From that day on, the tiger hid in the shadows, still fierce, still proud, and still searching for wisdom. This story carries timeless lessons that echo through the teachings of the Bhagavad Gita. Let's begin with the first, pride versus wisdom. The tiger was full of pride in his strength, his claws, his golden coat. But he lacked true understanding. He believed wisdom was something he could simply take, not something he had to earn. But Lord Krishna says to Arjuna, "You should perform your prescribed duties, for action is better than inaction." Bhagavad Gita, chapter 3, verse 7. The tiger didn't act through discipline. He didn't strive or serve. He just wanted the reward. But wisdom is not handed over. It's grown, slowly, through inner work. In chapter 16, Krishna describes the divine qualities: fearlessness, truth, self-restraint, discipline, humility, all of which the tiger did not have. Blinded by pride, he became easy to fool. Now comes the second lesson: the power of intellect over physical strength. The man had no fangs, no claws, no golden coat. But he had something far greater: buddhi, discriminating intellect, the power to choose wisely, to stay calm under pressure, to think clearly when faced with danger. The tiger had brute strength, but the man had inner strength. And that made all the difference. In the Gita, Krishna teaches the true mastery is not in conquering others, but in conquering yourself. To master the senses, to silence the ego, to act with clarity and control. The tiger couldn't do that. And in the end, he was left with nothing but ropes and regret. So what does all this mean for us? Strength without wisdom is like a fire with no direction. It only burns itself. We often chase power, titles, or recognition, thinking that's what makes us strong. But the Gita reminds us, wisdom cannot be forced. It cannot be faked. It must be earned. Earned through humility, through effort, through self-discipline, and through surrender of the ego. The tiger wanted wisdom without doing the inner work. And in the end, he lost his goats, his pride, and his dignity, but not his lesson. May we all learn from it. If you enjoyed this story, please like this video and subscribe to ASA Hindu Wisdom. Together, let's share these timeless lessons with the world.